Austin Williams. He just says, thoughts on Eddie Guerrero?
Oh, wow. Well, look, got to work with Eddie Guerrero one time. Maybe twice. I don't know. The only one I remember is when they came to Raw. The what were they called? The Dom would know this. The four guys that came from the Radicals. Thank you. Came to WWE or WWF at the time, and they had to win the match to get their jobs or whatever. I don't remember the exact story, but we had that match, and he and Eddie Guerrero, such a great worker too, so smooth. So I've seen great matches with him and Brad. I've seen some of the best matches I've ever seen with him and Dean Malenko, like just poetry in motion. Him and Eddie and Ray too, have just totally reinvented the game. And crossed over from Lucha Libre to, like, I think he's the first one that brought Lucha Libre to America. Like, there were flyers and his brother Lasertron and WCW many moons ago that was doing kind of lucha-esque things. But Eddie brought it to America, man, and showed the world. One of the best workers in the history of the business. That's how I think about Eddie Guerrero. But the match was he he hit a big splash on Billy and broke his arm right in half. And he said, pin me. And it screwed up the whole creative story of the show and everything. But he was going to be out for sure because they were going to have to relocate his elbow. You know what I mean? And so that was traumatic for all of us to see and be involved in. But one of the greatest workers ever.
I don't think many people will disagree with you, if any, there, brother. Danielle, I should say. You've seen a lot of folks from your industry go too soon. Whose loss has impacted you the most, and what do you do to honor in tribute of them?
Yeah. Look, so I don't have a thing that I do, a regiment that I do in tribute of people that were special to me that we've lost. But look, we've talked about China a little bit on this show. That one got to me. Because I had become so close with her. Of course, my brother Brad. There's so many that passed. So what I do to, and I can't think of them all right now, and I'm sorry about that. I don't like to think of them as past. I like to keep people present in my head and in my heart. You know what I mean? Like I keep how I see Joni in my heart and in my head. That's how I see her. And I refuse to see her in any other light and how anybody else sees her. And I know what me and her had as a friendship relationship. And so that's how I keep her and honor her in my heart, is I honor her as being the person that I fell in love with as a friend, you know what I mean? As a dear friend. And so, Eddie Guerrero, Benoit, all these people were good friends of mine. But I spent most of the time, well, of course, with my brother. That was the most difficult one for all the obvious reasons. But Joni China probably was the next one. And again, I honor her with positive thoughts and positive, I think that, I will see her again in my belief system. I will see her again. And that's the way I choose to believe until I pass. And if I'm wrong after I die, I'll let you know. Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.